Hello everyone, welcome back to Palette Talk. Just a quick little check-in with moi. What am I doing here? I don't know, talking into the void of the internet so it can be weaponized against me one day. I've realized after editing this episode that I swear far too much and I say like every other sentence. I also have had major issues with the camera that records the guest who's painting. That camera is just my iPhone, and it's an iPhone 11, and I don't have enough storage space on it to record for that long, and I can't buy a new iPhone because I spent every last penny on a camera, computer, and painting supplies. But whatever. If you're listening to these, thank you. Hopefully with time, it'll be more pleasant to watch, but for now, it's just two people standing in front of a canvas, mixing paint with overalls on. But without further ado, my guest this week is one of the most positive, uplifting spirits I know. Mikey was in town to ski Vail, and I convinced him to hang out with me and paint a little masterpiece. So, listen and enjoy.
Hey, my name is Mike. Safety's sexy.
And safety is sexy. Well, Mikey, welcome to Palette Talk. So, I want to know from you.
What would you like to know?
Number one, what are you painting and for what charity?
I don't know. I gotta think of something really good. Something that would go in the Louvre. Something that would look really good. I only think of a blue background right now.
Have you ever been to the Louvre?
I haven't been. I've never gone over to Europe, really.
Really?
Wow.
You've been to Japan,
beautiful, this color. Yeah, but that's Asia. It's a
The dark
blue.
one?
I like the darker blue.
I'm using a darker blue too. You've only been to Asia?
I've only been to Asia and Australia.
Wow.
I guess it's also European in its own way.
Is it?
Yeah, colonized.
We're all Europe, really.
I guess in some sort of crazy way. So,
So charity. What charity?
yeah, that's what I wanted to get back to. The sky is just mesmerizing. I am doing this blue background because it reminds me of a nice charity called Operation Splash. It is a nonprofit organization that goes and cleans the waterways out in the estuaries of Long Island. The premise, actually, I guess to start off with, SPLASH is an acronym. Operation Splash is an acronym. Splash, S-P-L-A-S... Wait, hold on. S-P-L-A-S-H, Splash, stop polluting, littering, and save harbors.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. It's been around for a while, though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I looked and it was like 1990.
Yes.
Which is like impressive.
It's changed hands for the people who first started it. From what I have been told, it was the Grovers. And my father took it over afterwards. They just found an interest. They had young people. Before that, they had crazy people who were just interested in that were educated. Really intelligent people who wanted to work on the estuaries and work in fixing the pollution that was already starting to happen. Well, we need a lot of skilled captains and people who are willing to lift heavy things or to explore areas that are really interesting. I don't know how to really go into depth about it without you being there.
I've never lived near the ocean.
Oh.
Did you grow up near the beach?
Kind of, I guess so. I went out to the water a lot when I was a kid. When I was on a boat when I was 10 days old, actually.
Oh, wow.
We had a bay house, which is on top of the marshland. It's a really interesting story. Really interesting place. If you ever heard of bay houses in Long Island, you know that they're a fun time, beautiful place, good people, and you get to live out there. And we had a generator. We had a cabin.
Is it remote?
You can only get there by boat.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So some of them are in more isolated areas.
I see.
Mine was closer to, shout out Freeport. That's my hometown, Freeport, New York. That's where Splash is based out of. If you ever want to check out Splash, they have a building. We have an educational area. I was talking about that earlier. And we have a place where we workshop. And you can talk to my dad. Pretty cool guy.
I would love to meet your dad.
Yeah, he's a nice, tall man. Great laugh. I need some more of this blue. I love it.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. One sec. So what was it like growing up in Long Island? Because you do not have a Long Island accent, like, at all. Can you do one?
I can, just rather not embarrass myself. Honestly.
Okay. That's fair enough.
If we got to talk like that, we could talk like that, but personally, I've hidden my Long Island accent because I just feel
Really?
Yeah, but I say random things different. Like, why did you say it like that, dude? You know? Like,
What's an example?
I don't know. We gotta get talking, and I don't know. Like,
Talking?
I just feel like, like if you like talking in Long Island in that way is different, but I don't know. I just say like different, strange. Like I say, pronounce it like how it would be like of origin. I don't know why. That's one of my character flaws, I guess.
I feel like that's not a bad thing.
No, definitely not.
Mountains?
Mountains, love that.
Dude, I'm going to pick that up.
I feel like I didn't really talk about my charity that much. Let's get back into that.
Let's get back into it. What year did your dad like take over this charity?
My dad, I think about 26 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he was just working on it. He liked the concept. And my dad got into a accident and he found more free time and was able to help out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right after you were born?
Yeah, kind of like later on in my life, probably like 5 years afterwards. So he was in it for a while and never like took command of it and then just won it over. People like him. People still like what he's doing. And he works really hard. It's very hard. Seriously. I don't know how much you're going to think this painting is worth. I think it's, right now, priceless. But if you want to give to a good cause, give to this donation. You donate to the charity of Splash, Operation Splash. We need all the money we can to fuel boats, to get grants. I mean, getting grants is just so much effort. We got to pay people now. So
is that out of like people not wanting to volunteer and wanting to be paid, or just like a
more
state
like
thing?
People who are retired who want to get some sort of income in that way.
That's fair. What's like your main thing that you do?
What do we do? What's our deal? We go in the water. We go into the waterways.
Okay.
On boats, and we collect trash, like debris and whatnot. And so sometimes you go on the marsh and you could find whole floating docks, or
Jesus, really?
we get boats. We take boats out of the water.
Oh my God. Is it really bad after like hurricanes?
Sometimes. We gotta just cut it up and throw it on the boat. So
Are they big boats?
They're about 26 footers. So they're decent size. And most of them are just flat bottoms with a wide. They're mostly just Carolina skiff boats with a wide side. So shout out Splash.
I can't believe your dad's been in charge of it for 25 years.
Yeah, it was a long time, and it takes.
Do you think you're going to take over?
No. Well, maybe potentially. Honestly, that was just my quick reaction to that. I only think potentially because I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Honestly, I'm here painting in Denver, Colorado.
That's a good thing to be doing with your life.
I know, but like, where do I want to live? You know, and I definitely would like to stay in my local area because that's what I've always lived in and always had fun in. But I don't know. Sometimes you gotta check places out.
So me and Mikey met in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Josh and I took a vacation down there last year over Thanksgiving.
And we became friends.
What made you want to do that?
I actually had an ex-girlfriend who did travel nursing. Anybody who wants to do travel nursing, I would recommend doing it. It's a good gig. You get paid good. You work hard, but you get to check out really cool places. So that and Teach for America, if you're a teacher, you can teach all over the country and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Those are two things, trying to be the plug, you know. Those are two things, great ways to see the world if you are somebody who provides educational or other type of good services. But yeah, so then my ex-girlfriend was a
travel nurse,
a cardiac travel nurse there on Oahu. And I was like, yeah, I will try to just move there, you know, try it out for the first time.
Yeah.
And we lived together, which was a huge step. Honestly, moving with somebody. How do you feel about this?
I'm having a great time, personally.
Personally, love that.
So how long did you stay out in Hawaii for?
3 years.
3 years?
I lived there for 3 years.
That's a long time. That's way longer than I thought you lived there.
No, I had a good time. I lived with this girl for a while. And wasn't the worst thing ever. But I'm
glad that you got like both experiences, like living with a girl and also living with your friends.
Yes, that's the point. Like
Yeah.
living with people.
Living with friends is fun.
It can be fun.
Yeah, but it also can not be sometimes.
It depends on who you got.
It does.
Before I lived with Ben and Johnson, I had a really bad roommate that I did not enjoy. Names will not be named.
Names will not be named.
Was
I
not
had a
happy.
pretty tough run of roommates as well, especially when I first moved out here. And I was always really scared to live with friends just because every time my siblings lived with friends, it ruined their friendship.
Oh.
So they were always like, never live with friends, like, it'll ruin your friendship. So I was always really scared. But then I was like, all right, I was turning 24, 25 at the time. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't want to live with a stranger, but I want a roommate. But I don't want to just like find somebody online again. So I was like, okay, I will live with my friends. And it was so much fun.
It's so much fun.
I lived with them like longer than I was planning on living with roommates because I was like, I like living with friends.
Really?
This is fun, yeah.
So that was fun.
Do you
Hawaii
think
was
living in
awesome.
Hawaii like changed the way you look at things? Just because Hawaii has such
Yeah,
a
shout out
strong
Coda
culture.
Daly. That guy's the man. My ukulele
Wait, is that
instructor.
the ukulele instructor? Wait, do you still play?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, of course. I do that
Oh.
Stonewall Serenade. Shout out to Coda Daly. You guys love Survivor. We talked about my Survivor party that I had.
Daddy Jeff.
Yeah, so I had a Survivor party.
You did was like where you guys played Survivor.
Yeah, and I was Jeff.
No way.
Yeah,
You're a great Jeff.
I think I took command at that time. I had fire. We all camped there. But Coda showed up with
Your ukulele instructor.
with a whole gallon of ice cream, which was like the big tubs. I guess that's what those are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed up from the bus stop. Yeah, and we're at a park that has the gate closed. He's like, "Yo, can you come pick me up?" I'm like, "Okay, I'll come to the gate and grab you." And he just shows up with a wet, soggy, 5-gallon thing of ice cream.
Wow.
Shout out to Dakota Daly. Would do precarious things.
I mean, I feel like that's like why bring beer to the beach when you can bring ice cream. Nobody's gonna be mad at you.
No, nobody was mad about what he brought. Everybody was just kind of like, "Do you have any spoons for us?"
Did he?
No. No, he didn't. He brought his guitar. He literally didn't even bring a tent with him. He just brought a guitar and a pint of ice cream. He had like the bag strap. And then,
Dude, Hawaii's crazy.
yeah, we were playing by the fire. That was the first time I ever played like a live show for people.
Wow, how did
Yeah, it was called The Monkey Pod Trees. Original song I wrote with Coda.
Wow.
Because we had time together. He was teaching me classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Talked about everything. He knows all about the kapuna and ali'i.
What's a kapuna?
A kapuna is like an elder person. Or like a, kind of an elder person that way.
Do you still use Hawaiian lingo?
Frequently.
See, I love that.
I feel like culture, that's something that I would honestly say is a subject that I feel is like I predominantly enjoy is culture. I've always been so intrigued in culture, and like Native American culture is so interesting to me.
Dude, that's prevalent out here.
Yes, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I just feel like it's so interesting. And then the Hawaiian culture is just like
So cool.
still available in some ways. Like the people that I work construction. So like I worked with like the local guys all the time. We would talk about like and their families, and we'd hang out underneath the banyan tree and drink Heineken's green bottles.
Green bottles.
Not really Stella. I think once or twice maybe I had a Stella down there, but it's
Whoa.
always like Heineken or Bidtang or whatever. Oh no, there were Coronas too. They love Corona. Actually.
That checks out.
Yeah.
I feel like you travel a lot. Like, would you be okay with staying in New York and traveling a lot?
I mean, yeah, it's doable, and like proximity to family's great. Like it's very, very doable to do that, and it's not out of the question. But I feel like there's so many things to see.
There's a lot to see. It's just cold here in the winters, but I don't mind it. I love it here. Personally, I did not prepare out my colors enough. How's yours coming?
Oh gosh, I'm getting this sculpture here.
Really?
Yeah, you want to check Peep Game?
Yeah, it's peep game. I love. What's your favorite sea animal?
Sea turtle.
Is it really?
My favorite.
That makes me happy in painting one.
I just like their like rhythm and what they do and how they hang out. Like when you see them on the reef, they're just chill.
I feel like they are. I'm really terrified of the ocean.
Sure.
That's very Midwestern of me, I feel like.
It's a big dark.
I mean, but I think.
Oh, but hold on, before we get into your
what?
She went diving with the sharks, open water diving.
You know what I didn't realize?
What?
That gave me trauma post. Like,
why? When you watched Shark Week later that year?
No, so we go like open diving, which is essentially like you have an instructor, you go on a boat, they take you like a couple miles out.
Oh, yeah.
You jump in, you try not to make a lot of splashes, and you just have like a snorkel on, and then you have like a professional shark like instructor.
Wrangler. I don't know what you would call him.
I don't know what you'd call her. But
Safety.
Yeah, safety. Who like understands.
Safety's sexy.
Safety is sexy.
Safety's sexy.
Don't dive with sharks without a safety instructor. Brand idea.
It was a riggedy setup though.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell what was, but essentially you just sit there and you're essentially just like bait. Like they smell you and then they come around, which is scary. But I don't know if it was scary or looking into just like the deep abyss of blue, and then all of a sudden they like come around. They're small reef sharks. What are they, like Galapagos?
Yes.
They're Galapagos sharks, and so they kind of just like, they're just curious. They just like swim around, and you can look at them. You can like dive down and get a better look at them. And why
did you get trauma from this? Or are you just worried about how it went down?
So I was like, hey, I want to come in. And he goes, okay, swim. And I go, well, if I swim to the boat, they're going to attack me. Like, that's the scariest part. It's like getting out. So we get on the boat. I get on the boat, throw up off the side of the boat.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of like the ocean.
A little bit choppy.
Moving that night.
And then after the trip is over, I'm like telling my friends and my family about this experience. And I'm actually thinking about it. And I go, you know, that was actually really fucking scary. Like, now when I think back on it, like, in the moment, it was okay. I think my brain was just like, you have to think this is pretty so you don't think you're scared. Because if you panic, you're going to panic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could. You could just freak out and then hyperventilate, and then it starts panic. Sharks are going to smell that.
Yeah.
Toast. That's why I like sea turtles, because they're just so relaxed.
I think that's the only thing in the ocean where, like, if I saw it, maybe a narwhal. Or a manatee. But if I saw it, I would never be scared.
What about a whale?
I would be scared of a whale.
You would be scared of a whale?
Only purely because they're just so big that, like, what if it doesn't see you or doesn't understand what you are and just, like, accidentally hits you?
That would blow. That'd really be bad.
That'd be tough. That'd be really bad. What's up?
Yo! Yeah! Right on time.
He comes with gifts.
Right on time. How you living, Chief?
Josh just got here.
The executive producer. Yeah, so...
He's the creative director.
Really. We gotta weave back into our conversation.
Right. What were we talking about? Sea turtles? We were talking about our experience with the sharks.
We were talking about the experience with the sharks. How did you feel about that?
It was sick.
Did you feel like it was not safe?
Which time?
When
So we went snorkeling the day after.
Oh yeah, I brought you guys to Electric Beach.
Yeah.
That was sweet.
So we were lucky enough to land in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a bad thing to bring up. And Mikey had just lost his job.
Yeah, that's fine.
So we had a personal tour guide. And he took us snorkeling the next day.
Uh-huh.
Cheers. Here. And we were out. And we were just looking at all the fish. And I guess there was a shark and I didn't see it. Thankfully, I would have panicked.
I thought you said your body language said that you saw it, and you
That's
were still
because I was scared of all the fish. They were surrounding me. I was like, I'm not a fish here.
No, your body language was like, we're fucked right now, and I didn't think so. I thought, just keep looking back. What we got taught by our safety instructor. That lady was super nice.
What was her name? I don't remember.
Bonahuma now. God, I love what I'm doing here.
I love what you're doing too. I like that you're having a good time. Are you enjoying this type of painting?
Yeah, honestly though, but I want to be sick, dude. I don't want people to see my weaknesses painting, but you got to embrace your weaknesses. I told you in the beginning, painting is not my trade. But I love landscape. I'm going to tell you right now it's landscape painting, but we're not going to tell you about what. Yeah, I needed to insert those.
Somebody will think.
Plan,
it's
looking forward. Do you have any greens or tans or beiges? How do I make a beige? Would it just be white and green?
I would do like a burnt umber and a green and a white.
A burnt umber.
Yeah.
Show me what Mr. Umber looks like.
My camera died, but it's charging now. All right, New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, New Year's resolutions. You got any?
Handstands.
Handstands.
What's your New Year's resolution?
No, it's like a seated stand, though, isn't it? What you're doing?
Yeah, press handstand. That's what I call it, at least. I don't know. Calisthenics is what the internet calls it. I just call it a handstand from sitting down.
Athletic. I want to learn how to sail. That'd be exciting.
Wait, that's huge. We were talking about that
We
earlier.
were talking about that earlier. That'd be a fun thing to do.
Wait, have you sailed like yet? Ever?
Back at the Bay House that I was talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
We had a catamaran,
Oh, fuck yeah.
and so we practiced on that, and that was fun.
When I was little, my family has a cottage in Michigan. On like a
Oh,
little,
you're a real Midwesterner.
I know. On like a little inland lake. And I really wanted to learn how to sail. My uncle has like bought one of those like little racing sailboats.
Really?
When he was in his 20s. So it was like, it was this little sailboat from like the 70s that was all wooden. And I was like, Dad, I want to learn how to sail. And he goes, okay. He like shows me, because it's just, what is it called when it's like you just have the motor, but it's not a motor, what is it called?
The
thing that you
engine?
hold in the back.
Like an outboard engine like that?
No, there's no engine.
It's not an
The udder? No, the
rudder?
rudder. The rudder and the rope that like controlled the sail. And I thought he was gonna like hop on with me and teach me. And he just pushed me out and he said, turn towards the wind.
Oh, gosh. So you learned this like how you learned snowboarding for the first time. You just get pushed down the mountain.
Just get pushed down the mountain.
On a blue, and you're like, why did I just get thrown out here?
Yeah. Way less scary, honestly, I would say, in like an inland lake, because on a mountain you can like break something.
Yeah, but on an inland lake, did you stop? Did you feel comfortable?
Well, my dad was just like, all other boat traffic will stop for you. And I was like, oh, I hope so.
They know.
Wait, somebody the other day called jet skis like water flies. Like they're basically just little like fruit flies.
Oh, that's an interesting
They're like
concept.
annoying things. And I'm like, what? I love jet skis.
I like jet skis too. Honestly, that's probably like a goal in my life.
Is to have a jet ski?
So on a jet ski, I just feel like it's just
I feel like that matches your energy.
Yeah, honestly, mullet, jet ski. How could it get any better?
I don't know. It sounds like if you move anywhere, it has to be near the ocean.
That's kind of my thing, and this kind of makes sense to perpetuate Splash
Yeah.
because I'll be by the water.
And I mean, you like grew up near it.
Yeah.
Dude, when we went to Hawaii and Mikey had just lost his job,
What'd I do?
you were like the best part of the whole trip. You were just the happiest guy ever.
Party. We had a good time. We enjoyed ourselves.
It made me realize you can just be happy whenever.
You can be happy whenever. You just gotta. Sometimes I just smile. I'm in public, and people smile back at me.
Yeah.
You know, not always. Not always do you get that. So it's nice to, spread happiness and you get happiness, or just think about it in a positive way. Like today, oh God, it was so early I got in the plane. But what I do, I looked outside and I said, oh, the sunrise, beautiful.
Oh, the sunrises are beautiful.
You get lucky. You get to say things and do things and blessed. Honestly, even when I go to the gym and I get out of the gym and I'm like, I got to lift weights and be pumped, I lift. It's just like I'm blessed all the time. You know anything about that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
How are you feeling about your painting?
Oh God, this is gorgeous.
Good.
Gorgeous, absolutely. It's stunning. This might make money.
It'll definitely make money.
People are gonna want this.
Good.
I'm telling you, people are gonna want this. So far, I'm very confident, hyper confident. It's not how you look. Well, I guess it's how you look is how you play, right? You have to have swag.
Definitely.
You have to have swag at all times. You can't be like lacking or not believing in yourself. Only you can help you.
You have really good one-liners.
Me?
Yeah.
My comedic, yeah, I guess so. You know what blows my mind?
What?
Not a lot of people talk about it? Johnny Depp
What about him?
changed the whole pronunciation of an area of aisles.
Oh, that's so. Are you sure?
What do you call it?
Well, it's
What is the movie called?
It's the Caribbean.
Changed the whole dialect over what? A Disney movie?
Yeah, how did that even come to be?
He just.
Was it him? Does he say it in the movie?
Yeah, sidebar. I would say it was Disney, because that was a ride before the movie came out.
What was
Yeah,
the
but
ride?
is that what everybody pronounced the ride?
Wait, what are you talking about?
There was a ride before the movie.
What was the ride?
Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah. It's like the oldest ride at Disney.
Wait, no way.
Yeah. It's a little water ride. And then you get splashed. Those are my favorite.
Oh, dude, those are good ones.
I love a good water ride.
Water rides are sick. We went to Waterworld this year.
What is that?
It's just like a huge water park. We woke up, we were supposed to go backpacking.
Where is this? What part of the world?
It's like 30 minutes from here.
Really?
Yeah, and we were like, we've always wanted to go, and we woke up and we were like, fuck it. You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna blast off. We're gonna blast off and go to the fucking water park.
That's killer.
And it was so much fucking fun. It was like, it felt like being a kid again. I feel like being an adult is just trying to find time to be a kid again.
I think so too. I was thinking that a lot. I feel like you can always still be a kid. You can always still.
Oh, you're always still a kid.
You can always just hang out and have that same like child perspective and do whatever. Like still be interested in things and still like be quick and not be like judgmental. I feel like when you become a kid, you like start to like your parents tell you something or like you learn stuff in school and you like start to develop your own idea. But sometimes just like enjoy life, dude. Don't even think about it as deep as it really is. To be honest with you, as a person who cleans up the water all the time, sometimes I don't get like too heated. I'm just like, dude, I'm happy to be just doing this out in the water. Like I don't get like pissed off that the world is always like doing this stuff and nobody's taking like accountability or whatever. Sometimes you just gotta be like, at least go on the water today.
Let's go. Let's get on the water.
We're just blessed, happy.
I could see how if you would see it all the time, you'd get mad.
Yeah.
But like, you're not there to be mad.
No, I'm there to help. There to help the environment mostly. That's what I love. I honestly just love the estuaries. I love the birds, and I love just like the small life that lives in there. Crabs.
Isn't it super like a super niche like ecosystem?
No, I would say that. I mean, I wouldn't say there's like things that are necessarily like native to our island. We have birds, we have snowy owls, but I wouldn't say that's like a.
You have snowy owls?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see one of those.
But I wouldn't say that we have like those specific things. I don't know. I don't know if you've ever been on a boat. Like the no wake signs. This is great. This is a great thing to talk about. So if you drive fast underneath them, you're creating momentum and pulling the sand with you, and you compromise bridges.
Oh, I actually, civil engineering perspective, knew that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to think about. So stop speeding, dude.
Slow down, enjoy life.
Safety is sexy.
Safety is sexy.
We keep talking about this. This is not a trend. This is just something that's just happening in the world.
What's your favorite animal?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
My favorite animal.
Your favorite sea animal?
Oh, my favorite sea animal? I might go with the...
Oh, God, it's beautiful.
The sea cow, also known as the manatee.
Oh.
Those are sick.
Ocean's friendliest creature.
Mermaids.
That's also what no wake signs are for. Because manatees hang out
Sea
in
life.
areas.
Yes.
And it can really disrupt their ecosystem.
And you can hit them and kill them even.
Because they're just chilling there.
Yeah, they don't know.
What a
they're
chill
slow.
animal.
They are. They're very relaxed. That happens with dolphins and whales too, with big boats. They go through that stuff. Also, estuaries. They're made of marshlands. The wake will deteriorate that marshland. And so you're destroying an ecosystem by going faster in that way. So they set up zones for you to do it, but it just erodes what you had.
Is that like where mangroves are?
Mangroves are different.
Aren't they their own thing?
They're their own thing too. I don't know how to classify them in the way that I classified bog or. Did you hear about that?
I think they're a specific type of tree.
Mangroves they're just trees. They're just different plants, and they grow all over. There's different types of mangroves for different types of areas, and
I feel like they're primarily a delta tree. It's like where freshwater meets
yes,
saltwater.
A delta tree, that's what they're called.
No, like a delta.
Like where brackish water is.
Where,
Yeah.
like a river meets the sea.
Oh, isn't that called an estuary?
It's similar, yeah, in that way. Like it is an ecosystem that.
That's where oysters are, right?
I'm sure that
It was,
estuaries could be in a delta.
Yeah.
Delta is just the ending of the river, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just the ending of a river. Correct. That's the exact definition of a delta. Because you have estuaries in South Carolina, but those also lead out into the Atlantic Ocean. Don't you love traveling? I get so much joy out of like seeing other people and like cultures and just like perspective on.
How did you like Japan?
Oh. Arigato gozaimasu. There was a big learning curve. So Japanese, they don't speak English really. They don't really care for you. Honestly,
that's fair.
sometimes they
have one of the
can.
coolest cultures, I
They
think.
have a very interesting culture, but like, we don't, honestly, I learn Spanish because like it's useful, but I don't have to learn Spanish. They don't have to learn English, you know what I mean? I mean, English is kind of like all movies and all the good stuff that's out nowadays,
Yeah.
but they don't need it. They're chilling their own stuff. They got samurais, they got cool culture. Culture's awesome. I love culture now.
Maybe that's what you could do.
That's my shindig.
I had a professor in college who she traveled around the world and she studied cultures. She studied family units in different
God,
cultures.
is she single?
She was one of my favorite professors though. She was so cool.
So she's smart, so she must have a husband.
She was like, she had to have been like almost 70 at the time when she was my teacher.
Perfect.
She's into younger men.
That has a specific name. The
What?
study of cultures in the family place. It's called like something. That's what.
I don't know. Took it in college,
Endocrinology or
couldn't
something
tell
like
you.
that? Endocrinology?
Endocrinology?
I don't know.
I think endocrines are like hormones. Did you do dry January?
Tried to, did not. Put my dog down.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
That was really tough. Everybody's sad about it. I tried to, and then I started leaving sobriety. Honestly, sucked. It's not great. I feel like I went back to my old routine of smoking weed and being sad
Oh man.
and trying to avoid my problems. And it worked. Like a freaking charm. But yeah, that's kind of my deal.
I did dry January and I was gonna do dry February and I did the same thing. I was like, you know what's more fun? Drinking.
Drinking's a good time.
Drinking is a good time.
I did sober October and that felt great.
Oh, good.
However, if you live on Long Island, it's a totally different place. Like that whole attitude and everything is crazy. Good people, strange people. Good people.
Good strange people. I like New Yorkers.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like they're just so direct. That
that a
like
good
so my
thing?
old roommate is from Long Island.
Yeah.
She looked at me one time and she was like, "Why do you say you're gonna hang out with me and then you don't? Just fucking say you don't want to." I was like,
Totally.
okay.
Why would you not? Why would you hold back?
I was like, because that's a Midwestern thing. We just like
No.
want to be nice.
Oh yeah, you guys want to be nice. That's true. I forgot about
But
this.
like, why?
Why are we so abrasive?
Yeah, like don't be fake nice. Just tell it straight, you know?
That's true. However,
Like I feel like New Yorkers get a bad rap for being. I guess New York is different than Long Island.
no. I guess the type of people you're looking at, but
But like, they're not mean. I feel like they're just direct.
very direct.
You did another plunge recently as well.
Oh yeah, cold plunges is still a thing in my life. I love them.
I love them too.
I think they're exhilarating in a way.
I hate them.
Yeah, Josh hates them.
They're their own beast.
I'll be completely honest with you. I can't stand the cold.
Really?
I hate it.
So you live in Colorado?
I know. I'm trying to move.
Josh wants to leave.
I want to go to Hawaii so bad.
Oh.
But it's also just like it's kind of like an idea, you know?
Wow.
It's not like I'm set on going to Hawaii. Just like get me to some place that has warm weather pretty
And
much
warm.
year-round.
Yeah, it's tough.
And warm water. Oh,
Yeah, warm water's tough.
what?
No, like warm water's tough to
finding
find.
it. I was like, that's the best.
No, that's
the
definitely the best part.
That was debatably my favorite part of Hawaii. I'm not like a big, I gotta jump in the ocean guy.
Yeah.
I normally go to the beach, I'm like, oh, it's kind of cold. I don't like it.
Yeah, totally.
I had a blast.
Just playing in the waves.
Yes, so much fun.
I love the North Shore. I just love surfers. Did you learn how to surf out there?
No, I learned it on Long Island.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we still have like Long Beach is good. Nickerson. There's a couple of places that you can go surfing. Also, like Montauk has surfing. There's places like all over the island that you can actually do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like New Jersey, they also have some pretty good surfing. There's a lot of random places. Numbskulls. Ever heard of them?
What? What are numbskulls?
People like go surfing out in the
In
winter.
the wintertime.
They're numbskulls.
Numbskulls. I like that.
You gotta join our playlist, Josh.
What playlist do you have?
Johnson and I have a playlist together. And Ben, we invited Ben so many times, he just doesn't invite. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't add any quality to it. So I've kind of disregarded him.
Josh loves
Going back
music.
to a point that was brought up earlier about feeling like a kid.
Yeah.
That's why we go to Bonnaroo every year.
Oh, yeah.
Bonnaroo is like the ultimate.
Adult kid
It's
thing.
just like escape and just be a kid again.
It's very fun.
You should come sometime.
You should definitely come.
I like music festivals.
I've accepted that I will just go every year because Josh says that's a requirement for dating him.
I only have one.
And he only has one, and I appreciate that.
Prerequisites are everything.
Hey, you were clear, and communication is key.
That's what we said. That's what we're saying.
Everyone needs that.
Communication. Bonnaroo?
Yeah. And or that type of experience.
That type of experience. I think everybody in their 20s go to a camping music festival. A big one, like Electric Forest, Bonnaroo,
I did
one in the UK.
Firefly.
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, Firefly. It humbles you. And it just teaches you, like,
It's what, the real world?
if you like it or not. Slash.
Oh,
Great way to see a bunch of people at once.
it's a culture.
And it's a culture.
Community. The community is my favorite.
It's everything.
Mikey, does the rest of your family travel a lot? Or
No.
where did you get that from?
That's a good one. Nobody.
Really?
Yeah, but
What made you so interested in traveling?
I guess to know that I'm blessed.
You are blessed. We do live in such a cool time. I feel like the older generation doesn't realize you can travel anytime.
Yeah, I feel very fortunate that I get to see and experience so many different things. I don't know. I've always just been interested in getting out there. It's kind of a blessing in that way. And then my grandma's like mom traveled a lot, but I think she was a whore.
Nice. More power to her. Queen.
Queen. Yeah, she's the matriarch. She's the last one we got. I need another beer too.
Yep.
Can I flip this around?
You can do whatever you want.
How do I do that? Do I just spin this knob?
What do you want to flip around?
This whole thing upside down.
Just go like that. Oops.
Thank you. Oh, this is nice. It's pretty good.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, check this out.
Done.
I nailed that.
Oh, you did. nail
Yeah,
that. Let's go. Wait, this is beautiful.
Nice.
I nailed that though, I think.
Nice.
I love, love, love.
Alright, I gotta let myself bake.
Let yourself bake.
Literally and physically. We're drinking beers, hanging out.
We're drinking beers and hanging out. We also can just pause it and go somewhere. And there you have it. For Splash, you heard the spiel. Go on the link below to purchase, and I can frame them in black, white, dark wood, or light wood. For a good cause. And we are gonna go play darts. Thank you for supporting.